California dreaming about you.
Hey guys, Gamer here, welcome to another video, and now today we're going to do a bit of a discussion video. So, if you haven't seen any videos like this on YouTube, it's basically where the YouTuber just basically theorycrafts some next possible expansion ideas. So you might have seen the one Like Gaming did about 3 months ago, or like the Mad Season Show did I think a month ago, or maybe like Nixium or Dawn's Movies, Novel. I think Belial did it twice, and yeah, they just basically give their ideas on any future possible expansions. But I'm going to do this as well, as well as a patches idea. So some more sort of minor threats that might happen that would fit into a patch. So yeah, so basically this is a video that you might want to tab out, because I'm not doing anything that interesting. I'm just leveling my druid as I do this. So if you want to tab out and do whatever, just I don't know, just do whatever, I guess. Also, I am starting a new guild on US Southend called Pandorica, so if you do want to join, hit me up and I'll get you an invite. So anyway, let's get into it. Let's first of all start off with the inevitable Argus expansion. Now personally, I don't think it'll be an expansion, rather it'd fit into like one big Legion expansion. So it will go on to like 7.5, 7.6 to eventually us using our artifact weapons to fully take over Argus and return the Draenei's planet back to them. Or we could just fight Kill Jaden and find Sargeras wherever he's hiding at. Or maybe we'll what do you call it? Waken the Titan spirit inside, and maybe help use her to like help defeat the Legion, defeat Kill Jaden, defeat Sargeras. But there's another aspect that might pop in later by using the Titan spirit inside, but that's just my ideas. Yeah. Also, there could be the Dark Below expansion, or Great Dark Beyond, sorry. Maybe we go to the, what is it called, the Twisting Nether, to maybe take care of every single demon that hasn't been killed already. I know Archimon's been killed already. What's his name? Balador, the Grand Mage Hunter, has been taken care of. And yeah, so basically kill every single demon that hasn't been killed already inside the Twisting Nether itself, like Kill Jaden, Tichondrius, Manaroth, Illidan, maybe? I don't know. Depends where his allegiance lies, within Legion or maybe in the future. But yeah, seeing all those demons, killing them like Draxus, or any other Adadar, Pit Lord, Nathruzim guys. But there has been some speculation that there will be an Azshara based expansion where, you know, we just end Azshara. But I have some very interesting details that might actually work as an expansion. So we find out that Azshara is back, and maybe as like a pre-expansion event we have a Naga assault, kind of like the Legion pre-patch invasions, but with just Naga, and maybe they're what do you call it? I don't know what they're called. They're kind of like the Naga Hulks. I wanted to look up their name a bit later, but yeah, they just destroy like villages and maybe capture the King of Stormwind, maybe, because that's what they did back in the comics. The Naga kidnapped Varian. They made 2 copies of him. One of them escaped, and the other one was ransomed back to Stormwind. And then the whole Onyxia Black Dragonflight shenanigan happened, and that's how Varian became the strong badass we now know that he's dead. But yeah, maybe Azshara will raise or make her own like piece of land. Maybe that could be a piece of land that is maybe on the other side of Azeroth, because people have been speculating what could be on the other side of Azeroth. You know, like I know Huumardex did a video on that, or just he mentioned it. Yeah, basically, and then we have to take back the island, take out Ajaya, and then it could lead us into the N'Zoth and the War of the Black Empire, which will ultimately lead to the defeat of the old gods. Maybe we can find the other 2 remaining old gods in maybe another world. Maybe they're not all on Azeroth, because we know of 5, I think. But there's 1 we still don't know about yet. Well, actually, I have a theory for that, but I'll save that for another time. What do we think? And then maybe we could have someone like Neptulon help us, you know, because he is the elemental lord of water, and he's actually still alive. Because you know, there was a raid that was supposed to come out with the Firelands back in 4.2. That was explaining how you know, how Neptulon survived, how Neptulon escaped the grip of Ozumat, but it was scrapped. So, and he shows up in the Shaman campaign, where like he's just chilling at the Maelstrom, and yeah, maybe we'll see maybe an underwater raid that they were supposed to do, but I don't know if people would like that. I know probably 90% of this, what I'm about to say, is probably not even going to be in the game. Like, Blizzard could go with a whole lot, something different. Anyway, let's move on from Ajaya and talk about a full-on Alliance versus Horde war. So, basically, tensions are high. Well, they already are, kind of. And it's kind of like Pandaria, where the Alliance and Horde find a whole new different land, and they fight for Dominion, and it turns out this land could be quite a strategical location, and they really want it. But, you know, Alliance like, oh, let's have this land, and the Horde be like, no, that's our land. And then it just goes on a full-scale war. Maybe there'll be a new battleground there, or something. I don't even know what the name of this land will be called. But yeah, maybe it leads into some raids. Yeah, because maybe there'll be a raid where it could be a Alliance stronghold, which the Horde will obviously try to defeat whoever's in there, but the Alliance will have to defend. So maybe like on the Horde version there'll be like NPCs and the raid bosses, blah 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 blah. And maybe for the Alliance, the NPCs will still be there, but the people who will be attacking that Alliance raid will be NPCs, maybe other players. Maybe? I don't know. Kinda sounds like a whole new battleground versus raid shenanigan, I don't know. But yeah, I would like to see that happen. Maybe the end boss will be a duo of Sylvanas and Nathanos, or Nathanos Blightcaller, and maybe they are under the influence of N'Zoth, who we still haven't dealt with yet, and maybe that'll lead into the dealing with N'Zoth, finding N'Zoth, or maybe finding N'Zoth at wherever Ajara is. Maybe that'll lead into the Ajara expansion that I talked about earlier. But I don't know, anything could happen. There could also be a brand new Scourge invasion, so kind of like Wrath of the Lich King. Well, if you're still watching this, my computer's frozen. But you know, Bolvar is the new Lich King. Maybe the Death Knights help him recruit minions, and maybe Bolvar will recruit that minions to marshal against us. Maybe for like revenge for like ditching him at the Wrath Gate. I don't know, but it could work. Yeah, maybe have Bolvar as the end boss, maybe dethrone him, and maybe have ICC or as the end raid, or maybe ICC placed somewhere else, or just not be ICC at all. Maybe just a complete random location. Well, maybe they could do the depths of ICC where it's like the Nerubian structures being used. Actually, yeah, the Lich King could recruit some Nerubians to marshal against us as well. But yeah, I don't know. This is me speculating. Also, some honorable mentions go out to the Return of the Infinite Dragonflight. I think that was teased as the new 5.4, I think. Or was it the 5.5? I'm not sure. But it was, yeah, 5.5, 5.4 was supposed to be the end patch for Mr. Pandaria. And maybe that leads to Kairos being the end boss, and then Kairos escaping with Garrosh still imprisoned, and then going back in time to like warn Grumish of Gul'dan, and then Warlords of General just kicks out as normal. And then maybe another honorable mention goes to like a Emerald Dream sort of expansion where maybe N'Zoth is corrupting it again, but he's maybe using like his twisted own beings to marshal against us. So it could be like corrupted members of the Burning Legion, maybe a corrupted version of like I don't know, maybe Doom Guards, Fel Guards, all different types of demons that they could use. Maybe corrupted versions of other type of creatures. Or they could use corrupted version of maybe the Wild Gods, which they've done before, like Cenarius, Ursok, what's his name? Malorn, Tortola, sorry. Or Anesia, or all the Guardians of Hyjal that were seen while leveling in Mount Hyjal. And then maybe an army of light kind of thing. So this kind of leads into the War of the Black Empire or something like that, where Turalian has his own like army, and that they use that, what is it, that Holy Dreadlord? I'm not sure what his name is, but you'll know if you've done the Paladin Autohaul campaign. There's a Holy Dreadlord that joins you that helps defeat Balnazar. Oops, spoilers. And yeah, maybe we'll see Turali again. Maybe we'll recruit Ilaria. Maybe them reuniting will help us defeat I don't know, the Void Lords. Maybe the Dark Below could be connected to the Great Dark Below expansion or something like that. I don't know. What else? Maybe the Army of Light will receive a holy version of the Legion ships, so just like a Legion ship but infused with holy light. Basically what they did with that Dreadlord I was trying to name. But yeah, I think that's everything I have. Or if I think of any other expansion ideas, I'll link it in the description or the comments, or I might make another video about this once I have a bit more ideas. Actually, shout out to my boy Fresnel, who actually contributed some ideas, like the Emerald Dream version and stuff like that. So yeah, thanks so much. Anyway guys, thank you guys for watching, like and subscribe, and see ya.